Hello, I'm Mike Dekoff, Chief of the Bloomington Police Department. This video is an effort to meet anticipated requests for information regarding the Lauren Spierer investigation as we approach the 10-year anniversary of her disappearance and the investigation being conducted by our department. Because we cannot possibly meet the demands of individual media inquiries, this video will serve as the only update being provided and made accessible to everyone. As many of you already know, Lauren was reported last seen near the intersection of 11th Street and College Avenue in the early morning hours of Friday, June 3, 2011. She had been out with friends and acquaintances at a local bar, Kilroy Sports Bar, returned to her residence, formerly known as Smallwood, located near 9th and College Avenue, and eventually made her way to the apartment of an acquaintance who was with her that evening, which was located in the 200 block of West 11th Street. At approximately 4:30 a.m., it was reported that Lauren decided to walk home alone, and the residents of the apartment last saw her at the aforementioned intersection of 11th and College. Lauren was not seen or heard from since that time and date. Later Friday afternoon, Lauren was reported missing by a male friend, and the Bloomington Police Department has been involved in the case of her disappearance since that time. Large-scale searches were conducted involving law enforcement, national search organizations, volunteers from the community. Despite most of Monroe County being searched, the areas such as Lake Monroe, Griffey Lake, Morgan Monroe State Forest, and the Hoosier National Forest being the subject of multiple searches simply because of their remote locations, there was no sign of Lauren. Multiple interviews were conducted with friends and associates, and available video surveillance was carefully scrutinized in an effort to develop leads. Daily pressers were conducted for several weeks as BPD attempted to keep the media and public informed of search efforts and some aspects of the case with the intentional objective of not releasing information that might compromise the integrity of the investigation. Hotlines, a special email address, and a post office box were set up to receive information. Over the course of the last 10 years, the Bloomington Police Department has received thousands of tips, interviewed hundreds of people, obtained a multitude of court orders, and executed innumerable search warrants in Bloomington and elsewhere. BPD has been assisted from the very beginning by multiple law enforcement agencies and to this day continue to work most closely with the FBI. Many times we are asked if Lauren's case is listed as a cold case. The answer to that is an unequivocal no. A cold case is one where no leads or information has come in and the case file sits dormant. That has never been the case regarding Lauren, and there has always been something to follow up on. In the last 3 to 4 years, for example, investigators have executed at least 10 search warrants and received approximately 800 tips. Of those tips, over 100 of them required additional follow-up once they were vetted and it was determined that they were not reports for information that had already been reported previously. Overall, since 2011, BPD has received nearly 3,600 tips, with approximately 1,100 of those determined to be actionable and assigned to additional follow-up. In short, BPD continues to vigorously investigate this with our partners. The Bloomington Police Department remains as committed to seeking answers regarding Lauren's disappearance as we were on June 3, 2011, when she was first reported missing. Additional information regarding Lauren can be found at the BPD Facebook page, including ways to provide information to investigators about this case. Please remember that anything small could be big. Thank you.